Hello, so we are still in the chapter of inequalities. For the last 2 days we were solving inequalities, and today we're going to move into graphing inequalities. Very, very easy, one of my favorite lessons. It is not difficult at all. So what we have here is we are actually going to start with this example right here. So we're going to remember how to graph a line. So in order to do today's lesson, we have to know how to graph a line, then we'll be able to graph an inequality. So in this first example, we have to remember that there is an M, which stands for slope, and there's a B, which is your y-intercept. The slope is the number in front of the x. So the slope of this line is the number 2. The B is the number in the back, so that's the number -1. So B stands for begin, so we begin at -1. On the y-axis, that's called the y-intercept. M stands for move, so the M has to be a fraction, so that way we can rise, it's positive, over run. It's been a little while since we've graphed by hand. So I begin at my y-intercept, and I go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. I continue in the other direction, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. So this is a line. So a solution is any of these points on this line. So I graphed a line using the slope and the y-intercept. So now let's do the same thing with this. The equation is the same. The only difference is it's not an equal sign. So we'll look at that in just a second. So let's start with graphing. Again, I'm going to pull my M and I'm going to pull my B. M is the number 2. It's always attached to the x. B is the number -1. It's the number in the back by itself. B is where we begin on the y-axis. Make sure you start on the y-axis, the y-intercept. M is how we move. So we go up 2 and to the right 1. So up 2, right 1. Up 2, right 1. Up 2, right 1. For today's lesson, it's really important that you graph the whole line. So I need to do the opposite, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. So now, don't connect your dots yet because we have to learn some things. The first thing that we need to learn is in this symbol, if there is a line below, we need to draw a line through my points. So it's called a solid line because there was a line on the bottom of my symbol right here. That line meant I get to draw a line. So now, greater than is what this symbol is right here. What that means is I'm going to color everything that's greater than these points right here. So to make that easier, I'm going to put the greater than sign. It's okay, greater than or equal to. So this here we're going to turn into a P to make the word up. So this symbol right here is greater, so it means we're going to color up. So what that means is you put your pencil in any point and you drag it straight up. Then you color that entire side of your line. So in an inequality, it's called shading. We're going to shade above the line because it's greater than. So anything greater than is going to shade up. So now the solutions are any ordered pair that lives on a solid line or lives in the shaded area. So for example, this ordered pair is a solution of your inequality. That is left 1 up 2. That's a solution. Left 1 up 2. Anything on the line is also a solution. So right 1 up 1 is a possible solution of this line. So that's all we do. We graph it like normal. We figure out if it's a line here, then we draw a line through my points. Then I figure out shaded above or below. So now I'm going to give you your symbols. That way you'll know if we're shading above or below. So it starts with less than. Less than looks like this. there is no line below it. So I don't get to draw a solid line. I get to draw a dashed line, and we'll look at that in just a second. This symbol makes the word down, so we're going to shade down below your line. So it's going to be a dashed line, and it's going to shade down. Okay? Next one, less than or equal to. Less than or equal to. So in this one here, there is a line below it, so I get to draw a solid line through my points. This symbol is less. It makes the letter D for down. So we're going to shade down or below our line. So this here would look like a solid line, and then you shade everything below that line. Last two. Greater than. So greater than looks like this. You just did one of those. A greater than sign does not have a line under it, so it's not solid. That's going to be dashed. This symbol makes the letter P, which stands for up. So we're going to shade up above my line. So if you were to graph a greater than, it would be dashed, and you shade everything up. Greater than. Dashed line, shaded up. Last but not least, greater than, that side comes first, or equal to, looks like this. There is a line here, an or equal to line, so that means it's going to be a solid line through my ordered pairs. And then again, this makes the P for up. So we're going to color, we're going to shade above the line. So it's going to be solid. Let's go green. It's going to be a solid line, and we're going to shade above. Okay, so let's try these one examples at the bottom so it makes a little bit more sense. All right, 4 examples, very easy. A little blurry, but we'll make it work. All right, example 1, I need a slope and I need a y-intercept. The slope of this line is the number attached to the x, so it's the number 3. Ooh, that's ugly. The y-intercept is the number by itself, it's a 1. B stands for begin, so we begin on the y-axis at +1. M stands for move, so it needs to be a fraction, so I can rise 3 and over 1. So I'm going to rise 3 boxes, 1, 2, 3, and to the right 1. Same pattern, other direction, 1, 2, 3, over 1. 1, 2, 3, over 1. Now don't connect your dots yet because we need to look at this sign. There is no line below that sign, so I can't just draw a line through my dots. I have to draw a dashed line, which will make sense why in just a second. So that's a dashed line. Some teachers call it a dotted line. So that's my dashed line. This is a greater than sign. Greater than sign makes a P for the word up. Greater than makes the word up. So I put my pencil on any point and I go up. And then I color, 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 color. So what that means is that my solutions live above this line. They don't live on this line. They live above that line. So anything on the dotted line is not a solution. Only the things that are greater above the line are the solutions. So my solution is an ordered pair because this is a coordinate plane that holds ordered pairs. So one solution is, let's go -1, 2. That's in the colored area. -3, -1. That's in the colored area. -4, 3. I don't care. That's in the colored area. So solutions are ordered pairs that live in the colored area. I used to call it the blob, to be silly. So my blob of color, that's where my solutions live. Let's try a couple more. Number 2. M equals B equals. In this one, this is an invisible -1x, so my slope is -1. My B is a +5. Begin at the number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. M stands for move, so it has to be a fraction. So I put it over 1 to make it a fraction. Negative lines go down, so I'm going to drop down 1. Then I'm going to go to the right. That's so ugly. So from my dot, I'm going to go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. Short little graph. Okay, done. Now I'm going to look at my symbol. This symbol does not have a line on it. So I don't draw a line, I draw dashes. Dashed line. This is the less than sign. Less than makes the word down. So you put your pencil on any point and you color down. And then you color that whole half of the graph that is down below my line. Whee! That's really pretty, huh? There we go. So 3 possible solutions. My solutions live less than this line. It means they live below this line. So that means my solutions are anywhere in the colored area. So 0, 0, that's a solution. That's in the colored area. 1, -2, sure, that's a solution. There's a billion of them. All of these colored area things are solutions. So let's pick one more. Let's go, I don't know, -2, +3, whatever. That's in the colored area. Very easy. Graph a line. We shade above or below. If it was dashed or solid, we have to check that too. Last 2. And then we try the next page. Number 3. Again, let's get the slope and the y-intercept. If you can graph a line without writing the m equals and b equals, go ahead and do that, but make sure you don't get it wrong. So number 3, my slope is -1/2. My b is the number +5. So I begin at the number +5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My slope is negative, so again, I'm going to drop down 1 because it's negative, and then to the right 2. Down 1/2. Down 1/2. Down 1/2. So now in this one, there is a line below my symbol. That means that I get to draw a line through my graph. So nice. This is the greater than sign. Greater than makes the word up, makes a P. So you put your pencil on any point and you drag it up, and then you color, 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 color. So those are all of my ordered pairs above that line. So this symbol said that it could be greater than or equal to this line. So anything on a solid line, that would be a solution, or anything in a colored area. So for example, 2, 4, that's a solution because it's on a solid line. Let's get another one, I don't know, 3, 5. 4, 6, whatever. Okay, so all of those are in the shaded area. Those are in the colored area. So those are lines. Those are solutions of my line. Next up, number 4. In number 4, we have another line. So I'm going to write m equals. Ooh. I'm going to write b equals. So in number 4, the slope of this line is a 3/4. The b is the number -3. B stands for begin, so I begin with a dot on -3. M stands for move, so I'm going to go up 3 because it's positive, and to the right 4. Okay, this symbol has a line below it, so I get to draw a line through my points. Make sure your line is a straight line that goes left to right. If you have an ID or any like straight edge, it'd be really good to use that to draw these lines. A nice straight line is really important. So now this symbol is the less than sign. The less than sign makes the word down. So I'm going to put my pencil on any point. I'm going to color down. And then I color that whole half of the graph. Okay? So my solutions are anything in the colored area, anything less than or equal to my line. So it could equal my line, or it could be less than my line. So any ordered pair, let's go 1, comma, -3. That's in the colored area. Whoops, not -1. 2, comma, -4. That's in the colored area. 0, comma, -3. That's in my colored area. Anything in the colored area is a solution of my equation. Easy. Whew, let's flip. Next page. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the first one, and then you'll try 2, 3, and 4, and then I'll show you a few at the bottom. So in number 1, we are going to graph. You could put m equals and b equals to help you with your slope and your y-intercept, but for this one, I'm just going to go straight to the graph. So in this one here, my b, I begin at the number +1. So I put a dot on +1. My slope is negative, so I drop down 1 and to the right 2. Down 1 over 2. And then same thing other direction. Up 1 over 2. So now I have a symbol. This symbol has a line in it, so I get to draw a line through my points. This is the less than sign, so you put your pencil on any point and you drop less. You drop down. And then you color. So pretty. So now first question says, name a point that is a solution. Well, there's like a billion. You can pick any of these points or any of them on the line. Any of these are a solution. So any point here, here's one right here. So this point here goes right 1 and down 2. So that is a point that is a solution. Now it says name a point that is not a solution. So anything in the not shaded area is not a solution. So let's go, I don't know, 1, 3. That's not a solution. That's not in the shaded area. Last question. Are the points on the line a solution? Well, let's see. Less than or equal to. Yeah, it's a solid line. So solid lines would work. So this one here is yes. Solid lines means it can be a solution. If that was a dashed line, it means it could not be a solution. Solid line, we're good. That's a yes. It's an ugly yes. Let's make it a prettier yes. Yes. Still kind of ugly. Whatever. Okay, so solid line, yes, that is a solution. Which means I could have picked that point, or that point, or that point, or that point, or this, or this, or this, or this, or this. So go ahead and try number 2. You are graphing the line. That's going to be dashed. I'm going to give you your key up here. This symbol is greater than, it makes the word up. So you're going to shade up. This symbol is less than, that makes the word down. So you'll shade down. So try number 2, try number 3, try number 4. These slopes have to be put over 1. Okay, 2, 3, and 4, very easy. Ooh, we're going crazy. All right, when you're ready, let's go ahead and take a look at number 5. So number 5 is a special line. That's an x equals line. When we did this chapter, I don't know, like a month ago, you were very good at graphing these. It's a special line because it's not in the form y equals mx plus b. So what happens is it says x is -2. So you put a dot on the x-axis at -2. This symbol does not have a line below it, so we're going to draw dashes all the way through the number -2. That is the line x is -2. So now for this one, greater than is not up, down, because there is no up, down. Greater than are the numbers that are bigger than -2. Here are the numbers that are bigger than -2. The x's are bigger. That's bigger than -2, bigger than -2, bigger than -2. So we would shade this way here, greater than. Wee. Really pretty, I know. Okay, so now figure out a point that is a solution. Any point in the blob is a solution. It's an ordered pair. Name me a point that is not in the solution. Are the points on the line a solution? Well, let's read it. X's have to be bigger, greater than -2. Greater, not equal, greater. That means the x's can't equal -2, so the answer is no. If it's a dashed line, these points would fall right through the dashes, so it is not a solution. One more, then we flip to the next page, and then we're done. So in number 6, we have a y equals line. So in this line here, it's a y is less than or equal to 3. There's no x, so there's no slope. So we just go to the y-axis and we put a dot on 3. This symbol has a line. So I'm going to draw a line that cuts through that ordered pair. So now it says less than. We can go back to the down trick. Less than means down. Less than means smaller or less or down. So I'm going to color everything below my line. This is the line where y is every number less than +3. Woo. Okay, so now you're going to name a point that is a solution. Easy. Any point in the colored area is a solution. Name an ordered pair that is not a solution. Then, are the points on the line a solution? Absolutely, yes, they are, because it's solid. Solid line means that any of these ordered pairs would work. Very easy. When you're ready, go ahead and flip one more page. Okay, I'm going to do numbers 1 and 2 with you, and then you can try numbers 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, in number 1, I'm just going to go straight to the graph. So I begin at +1. That means I put a dot at +1. This graph's a little smaller. Then I have a slope. It's a +2, so I go up 2, and I always go to the right. Up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3. I continue in the other direction. Down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3. Voila. So I draw little dots all the way across the graph. So now this symbol has a line, so that means I get to draw a line. Woo-wee. This symbol is a greater than. Here's your symbols. Greater than means up. Less than means down. So this is the greater than sign, so you put your pencil at any point and you shade up. Then you color, 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 above. Whee! So pretty. I'm sure you wish you had some colored pencils. Woo! All right, here we go. Now, it says which point is in the solution set. What that means is that one of these ordered pairs is going to live in this colored area. So let's check A. 9, 1 means we go right 9, the x value is 9, and we go up 1. Right 9, up 1. Is that in the colored area? Heck no, it's not A. Next, +6 means right 6. +4 means up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind of ugly. There we go. That dot is not in my colored blob, so that is not a solution. Next one, left 2, up 5. Left 2, up 5. Yay! That one made it. It's in the colored area. Last one, 0, down 4. 0, down 4. No, that's not in my colored area. So we graph it, and we figure out which ordered pair lives in the colored area. Last but not least for me, and then you'll keep going to number 6. So in number 2, I'm going to do the same thing. I have a y-intercept. That number is a positive 3. I have a slope. It's positive 2, so I go up 2. Then I go to the right 3. So from my dot, up 2, 1, 2, 3. Up 2, 1, 2, 3. Up 2, 1, 2, 3. Same thing, other direction. Down 2 over 3. Down 2 over 3. Down 2 over 3. I have a symbol. My symbol does not have a line, so I don't draw a line, I draw dashes. This is the greater than sign, so I put my pencil on any point and I go up, greater than my line. So in this one, my solutions are only in the shaded area, not on the line. Solutions do not live on a dashed line. So I'm going to check to see which one is in the solution. 0, 0, that's the origin. No, that's not in the colored area. Right 3, up 5. No, it's on a dashed line. It's not in the colored area. Left 4, down 4. No, not in the colored area. Left 8, up 1. Woo-wee. That one is in the colored blob. Very easy. So try 3, 4, 5, and 6. Graph your line, figure dashed or solid, and then shade above or below.